Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years. Ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the room by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense takes the field for the first time today. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, and Clemson's talent being far superior dominated Cocky. They got to have an answer this time, Jesse. They were embarrassed a year ago.
South Carolina just has to start faster. You're not going to beat a team like Clemson with all of their athletes if you're sleepwalking out of the tunnel.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Grove. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now the play fake. Going over the top. Wide open. He makes the catch. Here he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Clemson Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Dingle. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Turning it on. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The game, originally held during the State Fair at Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Lost to fire on second down. Wide open downfield. And they're able to get him down. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It is good! And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him... through the uprights.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Dingle. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards.
Ready, set.
He's looking to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, South Carolina! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Slithers into space. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He's loose. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already going back and forth, and they have a 3-point lead up 17-14. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Grove. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've reached a break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for room. It's Garrison. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no...
There he goes! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on second down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. The tag. Touchdown, Clemson. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, nothing like turkey and stuffing and the Egg Bowl on your Thanksgiving holiday. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Con. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football.
All by himself down the middle. Past the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Casey. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense.
Gashing the D on the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Got a man. So important to convert these third. They get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
He'll pull it on the read. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still...
Oh, he's got some space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Garrison. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll do it himself. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Finds a little space. Picks up the first down, still moving. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Dingle. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to...
Breaks into the open. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. He marched 78 yards down the field, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. It's complete to the right, and he'll be smacked to the ground. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Casey. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Back to pass, it's Dingle. Got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking for space. It's good. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop.
Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Takes the handoff. It's Garrison. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They send the tight end in motion. Rides the back on the option to give. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Back to throw, it's Dingle. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 50.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away.
And finally you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Trying play action. Complete in the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And how about that play by that giant, that mouth of a man on the defensive front. Takes the handoff. It's Garrison. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Now from inside the red zone. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Snap to the back. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. The 20. He's at touchdown Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. From the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point.
Boys, more than 400 miles separate Nevada from UNLV. Let's find out how much they're separated on the scoreboard. Nevada handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Reno, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Mountain West is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a month. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They stretch this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Guys, the Governor's Cup is being decided in the Bluegrass State today. It's the Cards and Wildcats, and here's the latest. Louisville opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
At the 20, he's got space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. They go to the ground. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Spirited matchup with ramifications inside CUSA today, guys. Here's how it finished up. Middle Tennessee put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Blue Raiders had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still be counted for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Casey. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
And the Clemson offense will take over.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Oh, better look out! They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. South Carolina did a lot of crowing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.